Yes, we have Switch 2 specs in the house, and it's exciting to talk about what this system actually can do, but Animal Well, that comes first. Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your day. I am, because a boatload of indie titles came out today that are phenomenal. Oh, and we're also getting some really good details on Switch 2. But first, what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Animal Well. I've been a big video game donkey fan for years, probably since he started off on YouTube. I think the dude's hilarious. I think his gaming insight is very strong, and I was skeptical when he started Big Mode. Big Mode is a publisher of indie games, and I didn't know if a YouTuber could get it done. This YouTuber, though, Video Game Donkey, got it done because Animal Well has finally released, and it's being universally praised as a wonderful, amazing Metroidvania that is an all-time classic. This is huge, not only for the game and the developer, a single solo dude who worked on it for a decade, and for us as fans to get to play something awesome on Nintendo Switch, but just for the industry as a whole. I feel like we need a really good feel-good story after all the feel-bad stories that continue to pour out. Places like Tango Gameworks shutting down even after Hi-Fi Rush was amazing, and we hope to eventually get it on Switch. Xbox making all sorts of bizarre decisions, games getting delayed, all of that mumbo-jumbo trash. But Animal Well is reviewing in the mid-9s. It's got a 95 on Metacritic, which is insane. I gotta pick it up. I gotta play it on Switch. Maybe we'll live stream it or definitely do some coverage of it because it looks amazing. I thought, oh, this is just another pixel game. It's another side scroller. I've played a million of those. Probably decent. Probably get like a 7. No, like this is apparently otherworldly. It's apparently one of the best ever, and it apparently has so much depth that like you gotta play it and talk about it and enjoy it with your friends. So that sounds like the perfect game for us. I'm very proud of Donkey, the team, the developer, and the game itself. So look for that one. It's available now on Switch, PC, maybe somewhere else, but thank goodness it's on Switch. That's what counts to me. But you know what's not on Switch? At least not anymore? Twitter/X integration. Take that, Elon Musk. Nintendo will not be posting to your platform anymore. Nintendo announced in a very strange move that as of June 10th, 2024, it will no longer be possible to post screenshots and videos to X, formerly Twitter, from the Nintendo Switch's album, or send friend requests to social media users via the friend suggestions feature. Find out more here. So Nintendo is cutting ties with Twitter. Not sure if it's just a, hey, we're transitioning to our next console, so let's end this. Not sure if it's, hey, we don't like Twitter anymore. Not sure if it's like, oh my gosh, social media is scary and causing problems, so like let's get away from it. I don't know Nintendo's reason, but like honestly, it's fine. You could post screenshots and stuff from Twitter. I never really used that feature. The albums, I mean, like they're fun to take screenshots, I guess, but I personally, I'm not a photo mode lover. I play the games. I don't need the screenshots. I can go on Google for that. I don't know. I know a lot of people love photo modes, and that's fine. You can still take the pictures. You just can't post them to Twitter. You can't send friend requests. That one, I guess, is a little more of a bummer because it was nice to send friend requests since it's so hard with those freaking friend codes. But yeah, Nintendo just basically ditching their Twitter integration. A weird move for 2024, but, you know, I kind of can't blame them. The Switch 2 is everywhere, but what is the Switch 2 besides a system that's like the Switch 1, the successor that Furukawa promised? When will it be in our hands? Well, I don't have that information for you today, although I do strongly believe in a March 2025 release date. Instead, I've got spec details from manifestos, shipping manifestos. Users over at Famine Boards have been diving into shipping manifestos to see what kind of goodies are being shipped across the world. And we've got a great breakdown here of what these parts mean for the Switch. And I think this is honestly the most useful kind of information because look, we can talk about, you know, what chip it has. We can talk about how much RAM it has. We can talk about how much this and that and the other thing it has, DLSS, yada yada. But what does it mean in actual terms? What are we getting out of this? You know, we've heard overclock, underclock, handheld performance, docked performance. Let's just get to the nitty gritty. I love this summary from Neo Exxon 619 because they give us details in like terms we can understand. Okay. So when in handheld, based on the parts we know have been shipped and based on what we believe that the Switch 2 will have on concrete evidence, like this is not just like speculation. This is concrete shipment evidence. The handheld will be right above the PS4 before DLSS. Okay, a portable PS4 before we get the DLSS. And remember, DLSS is that systematic algorithmic learning that makes the resolution better, even if it's actually not better. So it's going to look even better than right above PS4 once DLSS is kicked in. But A freaking handheld PS4? Okay. Just a little bit ago, we were playing 3DS, and that is far from a handheld PS4. So better than a handheld PS4 is very nice to me. Some people want it to be a handheld PS5. It just ain't possible. Some people want it to be a handheld Series S. It just isn't likely or doable in our current state of the industry. But docs, they're saying between PS4 Pro and Xbox Series S before DLSS with more modern hardware than the PS4 Pro. Okay, so now we're like encroaching upon the Series S, which I think is totally great. Docked Switch 2 at the Series S level, a little bit below it maybe, and give it DLSS to get it over the hump. Like, I love that. You're going to be getting games in 4K, you're going to be getting games that look really good, and Mario will look fine. The buttons on his overalls will be glistening, the hat on his head will look nuanced, and all the Nintendo first-party games that you've known to come and love or you've come to know and love, are going to be looking great. The RAM is slower than the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, but more capacity than the Xbox Series S. Should have 10.5 to 11 gigs of RAM available to games, which sounds like a lot to me based on what I know. That is, again, a beefy system for a portable. Remember, this is not a alien box that's 2 feet tall like the PS5. This is a small little Switch 2. Well, it's not going to be that little. It's actually going to be bigger than the Switch OLED. It's got a nice 8-inch screen, which is going to be delicious for our eyeballs, but you know, hey, more capacity than the Series S, but slower than that. We're putting this thing handheld above a PS4, docked a little bit below a Series S, then you add DLSS and you can climb over the hump, make it a really strong PS4, maybe even a PS4 Pro handheld, and then you can make it a Series S docked with that DLSS. I like it. I love it. Just give it to us. We're ready. Launch this thing, baby. Not going to be for a while, but we're ready for it. Storage-wise, they say it'll have a UFS 3.1 max speed. Should be a hair under the Xbox Series S, 2.1 gigabytes per second versus 2.4 gigabytes per second. So that again is like real nice. We're talking about a great storage speed, far superior to what we've got rolling right now on the Switch. And I think that's the biggest takeaway here. We can get into the nitty gritty of like, oh, it's between a PS4 Pro and a Series S. It's above a PS4, but before DLSS, you know, handheld. All that matters, way better than the Switch. That's what you want to know, right? That's like what's important, and I think that's what's most important to third parties. As I've stated for a long time now, third parties are going to be craving the Switch 2 in ways that they couldn't crave the Switch 1. They tried to put their older titles on Switch 1, and for many that worked very well. But we're talking about multi-platform games, we're talking about day-and-date releases, and we're talking about the Switch 2 being able to compete and get these games, even if they don't look just as good, they are going to be over there. Now, it's not a PS5. But nobody should have expected a PS5. It can't be. It's just not possible to have a handheld portable PS5 right now. Even things like the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally can't do that. And those are, you know, the portable PCs. This is a portable Nintendo system. I would be smitten with this as the Switch 2, and obviously we'll have to wait for confirmation from Nintendo when they actually reveal the system and when they actually deliver, like, here's the actual specs. They'll do that. They'll show us. We'll get to compare it to the Switch 1. But right now, this is the information we have based on shipping details, not based on airy-fairy, pie in the sky. Someone thought this up. This is based on legit information, and this is probably the Switch 2 that we're getting. Something in between a PS4 Pro and a Series S while docked, and something stronger than the PS4 while handheld. I think that is magic in the air. You told me back in the PS4 era, one day, young Zachary, you will have a handheld PS4 that runs better, that could even look better with DLSS. And it's going to be made by Nintendo, meaning Mario, Zelda, Mario Kart Smash Bros., Animal Crossing. Tom Nook is going to be stealing your wallet in sweet, better than PS4 visuals. Come on now. I would have fainted. I think we got to realize where we're at for Nintendo in comparison with other hardwares and not expect the same graphical prowess. But if we're getting close and we can get third-party games, win. The Switch 1 was a win without that. Now the Switch 2 with that capability to attract third parties, get their day-and-date multi-platform games. Watch out, world. Switch 2 coming for you fast. Let me know your take in the comments down below, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. I love you lots. Until next time, SwitchForce out.